Hey, good morning. Here we go again. A little barefoot knowledge, really biblical knowledge, I guess. I don't know. The Bible's going to tell us something. We talked about the fruit. We talked about seed, meat, bread. There's more to cover in that, but I want to read this to see what Jesus says now. So I'm going to pick up in John 6, verse 47. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. I am the bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. The word manna, I think, if I remember right, I looked it up a long time ago. I want to say the definition of manna was, what is it? If I'm right, I don't know. Maybe Melody Lott or somebody else on here can tell me right or wrong or verify what that is. So did they even know what it was? Did they even see it truly as a blessing, a gift from God? So he goes on in 50, this is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am the living bread which come down from heaven. If any man eat this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. So he's going to give his flesh as bread for the life of the world. The Jews therefore strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat? Then Jesus said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, except you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. Whosoever eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up in the last day. For my flesh is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. He that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood dwelleth in me, and I in him. As the living Father has sent me, and I live by the Father, so he that eateth me, even he shall live by me. This is the bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers did eat manna, and are dead. He that eateth this bread shall live forever. So they murmured among themselves again. Therefore his disciples, when they heard this, said, this is a hard saying. Who can hear it? They were highly offended by him saying that his flesh was meat, that they had to eat his flesh and drink his blood. That would have been highly offensive to these people of that day. It'd be offensive probably to anybody even today. You know, if you tell somebody, you're going to eat my flesh and drink my blood, or you have no part of me. But it's the imagery Jesus is giving. Jesus says, does this offend you? What if you shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before? It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profit nothing. The words that I speak unto you are the spirit, words of spirit and life. But there are some of you that believe not, for Jesus knew from the beginning who would believe not and who would betray him. And he said, therefore I say unto you, that no man cometh unto me, except it were given to him by my Father. From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked with him no more. So a lot of people turned away from him just by this saying, by saying all these things. When Jesus said unto the 12, will ye also go away? Then Simon Peter answered and said, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life, and we believe and are sure that you are the Christ and the Son of the living God. And Jesus answered him, have not I chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil? So what do you pick up out of that with the imagery of the meat, of the seeds? You notice there was no fruit mentioned either. It was only bread and meat. So no matter how you come to Jesus, whether you eat only bread, whether you eat only meat, whatever, however you come to him, he is the way, the truth, the life. No one comes to the Father except through him, is what he was saying there. Also, he was saying, I am good for nourishment. I will fulfill what I came to do. Therefore, you can have eternal life with me also. I don't know. What did you pick up on all this and the imagery we talked about of all these things? And don't the Bible say we are to become as the first fruits? If we're a first fruit, then what about our seeds? How do we spread our seeds? We might get into some of that. Anyway, have a blessed day. Thank you for listening. I love you guys. Bye.